Do you want to record a Mirror Dungeon speedrun but don't know how to? Or do you have some problems with it? Hopefully, I'm here to help. This is what I personally use and recommend, and I don't get paid by them. I use LiveSplit and OBS, which you can download here and here. I'll put the link on the description. For LiveSplit, what do you want to do is just extract them and open the application. You should have something like this on your screen. Before we continue, we must have the layout and the splits, which has the extension .lsl and .lss. You can of course put them on yourself, but for Mirror Dungeon, our friend Hachi has layouts for most of the splits that you will need. It's on the MDOT server, so you can check that out. First of all, after downloading both of the LSL and .lss, what you want to do is open split and press from file, and it just take it, I guess, wherever you download it to. For me, it's on download, so yeah. And then I put on the open layout as well, and from file it should have the .lsl file, so it will be like this. Of course, you could like shape it whatever you want, like how big is it, how small it is. And if you want to edit more, you can edit them up yourself. For example, you don't want the detail timer to be on top, you want it to be on the bottom, it's cool. But remember just to press OK on this. Yeah, you could also add like, I don't know, a lot of like sub-split information, media control and whatnot. But yeah, after you're done, just press OK. Next is the controls, right? For controls, you go to the settings. This is personally my go-to. I press up for start and split, next for reset and the split insert, and pause for patient. I think it's the only thing that you need. Personally, I use up before Limbus. Mirror Dungeon has like press up, right or button to go to the next node, which I think might be faster, but I'm like too boomer for that, I guess. So I'm still pressing up for start and split. So probably I will change that sometimes near the future. Also, this is important. Remember to press global hotkey. So wherever you are, where if your LiveSplit is open, whenever you press up, it will start. For example, here, right? I pressed somewhere else and I pressed up, for example. Yeah, it will start. If you don't press that button, it will not start. So yeah, press up again, press up again, press up again, and we can stop. We can start again, we can restart, because this is just a test run. I don't want to update them. Also, if you want to edit the split's name, for example, this is Flat Broke Gambler, right? You could change the second one to the House Chicken, for example, because yeah, your second floor is House Chicken, whatever you want. This is just flavor text, but yeah, it's literally add nothing. So yeah, when you open your OBS, you should see something like this. There's audio mixer, sources, scenes, and controls right here. So what you usually do is, first of all, make new scenes. This is, I told this empty because it is empty. So just make a new one. Let's just say it's called speed running, because I have speedrun right here, but I'll just show you how. First of all, you have to have Limbus and the LiveSplit open. So give me a second here, I'll open LiveSplit. But so first of all, yeah, we could do game capture here, Limbus Company, because we have Limbus already. And instead of capture any full screen application, capture specific windows, and it's have to be the Limbus Company.exe. As you can see, yeah, it's the Limbus game right now. Also, if you want, you could do the capture audio, the beta version, this one. If, for example, you're listening to music or whatever it is, right, and you don't want the music to be on the recording as well, you do this. So we have a Limbus Company right here, Limbus Company with, and we just mute the desktop audio. I have Limbus like muted, so let me just put it on. So yeah, as you can see here, song is there already. You can hear the song right here. Might not be in the recording, but it is there. And then we put on the window capture, just call it speed running timer or like LiveSplit or whatever you want. Its name is basically name, right? So you can name whatever you want. Select window here, just put the LiveSplit.exe here. I put it right there. If you want to could like make it bigger or smaller depending on you want, but for the LiveSplit itself, you have to click on the LiveSplit. I'm clicking here on the LiveSplit to like make it smaller or bigger. So this is like the layout I want, but I want to make it bigger, so I make it bigger there. And yeah, that should be it. Like one problem sometimes when you're doing this is like the sources for Limbus is there and the speedrunning timer is there, but there's no speedrunning timer. Even though I have the speedrunning timer already opened, it is usually because of the sources right here, because your speedrunning timer source is below, like under the Limbus Company sources, so it just got overridden. What you want to do is put it like up there, so it's basically like layers per layer, just like Photoshop or like any others. As for the OBS setting, here is what I usually have. First of all, I will mute Limbus. Yeah, this is what I usually have. This on the output version. This is for streaming and this is for recording. So I just put it on the recording pad. You could change recording quality to like indistinguishable or whatever, but I just use large file size. I think it's the second highest one. I do MKV. I don't know, I read it somewhere that it is better to have the MKV. And yeah, this is like if you want to see others, right? So after recording, because it's MKV, you have to press here and remove your recording. For example, the last recording here, right? I just put this, for example. This is my last recording, which is about this thing right here. They just press that and press remove here. It should be like probably a few seconds depending on your PC. The longer the video is, the bigger the quality is. Like the bigger the size is, the longer it will take. But it shouldn't take too long, but yeah, that's how it's it. This is not like the official timing, but I think we use it enough so that it's like the official timing for us. You start right before you press which packs do you want on the first floor. You could refresh however much you want before the first floor, or even restart. So you press start, then choose the first floor pack. As for the splits, we used to do when victory appears, but we found out that when connecting appears is better, since the screen changes into black and it's easier to time that instead. That is also the case for end of the run, which is the moment when you see connecting after victory. And that's how you record a speedrunning footage on Mirror Dungeon. Hope that helps!